Hello, you lonely maniacs, and welcome to this unplanned and roughly messy video. So I wanted to do this one for a while because I like yapping about things that makes me mad, and since lately I've been reading mangas and manhwas non-stop, so much so that I've neglected my channel, I thought it would be a good idea to incorporate them in my channel. You know, to kill two birds in one stone. It's gonna be a bit different from what I do normally. You'll see that this video has no structure or real direction. It's gonna be very messy. Like I said, I'm mostly gonna yap about this manga called Kiss Him Not Me, and what infuriates me about it. It's going to be a pretty chill video. If you're here for a deep and thorough examination of this piece of media with a hint of constructive, structured, and search opinion, click out of this video. You'll be disappointed. Or you can say, you know, for funsies, because this is what this video is all about. Fancies. You can tell me if you like it or not, and if I should do more in the future. And just before we really get into it, I should put a disclaimer. Like I said, this video is for funsies. If you like Kiss Him Not Me, good for you. I don't care. It's your opinion, and then there's mine. If you don't like what I say, just click out of the video, I guess. Also, yeah, I was supposed to release this video by the end of January, but let's just say I had to reread all of Kiss Him Not Me for this video, and it was a challenge, I tell you. I had to take so many poses. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment your thoughts or even experience. And now, let's just get into it.
Think of a big black man chasing.
For context, I started the anime when I was in middle school, and I pretty much loved it. So then I went over the manga and thought it was pretty fine. Until I grew up. The anime is a reversed harem except for this one girl, and if you forget this angel right here, all the others are just trash bags of a human being. No, cause imagine the most misogynistic bastards you can think of. Yeah, that's these two perverts right there. This one gets a little better. And when I say better, the bar is low, guys. Like, center of the earth low. And then there's this girl, and her whole character can be summed up to, if I was the opposite gender, I would be in jail, but thank God I'm a girl. Alright, let's do a quick synopsis so you can understand what's going on. So we follow this high school girl named Serinuma, and she's an otaku. But not any kind of otaku. She's a fujoshi. For those who don't know what that is, imagine the most hardcore yaoi/BL fan you can think of. Yeah, that's a fujoshi. And it's not a bad thing that she's a fujoshi. It would have been okay, you know? If she wasn't fantasizing about her male classmate kissing each other. Yeah, no, that's cringe. Oh, and remember the guys in the harem? Yeah, in the very beginning they don't care about her, but like, one of them is disgusted by her. And he doesn't know she's a cringe fujoshi, so it's not because of that, he's literally just fatphobic. And one of them accidentally knocked her out, and he wasn't apologetic at all. He was actually annoyed. Bro, that's not a love rival, that's an asshole. The only one being nice is Mutsumi, but he's perfect, so... Anyway, one day, unfortunately for her, her favorite character in her anime dies, and because of that, she becomes so depressed to the point of starving herself for a week. Why not? The thing is, a week later, she finally decides to touch grass, only to realize that... What in the Transformers? I swear to God, the first one saying to me she just lost weight, I'm sending them to the back rooms. Not only did she lose at the very least 80 kilograms in a week, her hair color changed, her lips changed too, her eyes decided to become bigger than my forehead, and for some foreign reason, she doesn't wear glasses anymore, because remember my plus-sized friend? Losing weight also 100% cures her eyesight. Oh yeah, in the future, she kinda goes back and forth between fat and skinny in a matter of days or a week, like a magical girl transformation. And also, whenever she becomes fat, there's always some kind of jokes about her weight, and also people looking at her like she's some kind of monster. Speaking of those people, we can talk about the love rivals. Because remember those guys that treated her like shit before? Well, would you look at that. Bro, they became the biggest simps in the history of simps. And if you think, well, they're attracted to her looks, but they will learn to appreciate her personality and really fall in love. Oh yeah, that happens. For this one only, because in one episode she becomes fat again after eating chocolate for a week. Forget it. And those two knuckleheads decided to make her work out to lose her weight. Not because of health reason or because they care about their crush and her well-being, no. Because they can't fathom their crush looking like this. Because they don't want to be with her fat self. What the actual fuck? That was also the case of this one, but he realizes he fell for her fat self too, which, bro, fat or skinny, that's the same fucking person. This man is Tadase from Chugochara. He's in love with one of her transformations, but not her. Also, I swear, these two guys are complete assholes. I mean, there's even an episode where this guy was about to assault Serinuma. That's not even a joke. What is this? But you know, because he was sick, he didn't know what he was doing. The poor thing. Motherfucker. Can we normalize guys in anime not being driven by their midstick? You're not animals in heat. Fucking control yourselves. And when I thought this couldn't get worse... Oh no. Hey, have you all heard of double standards? This is gonna be a field day. This girl is a new student, and she's an otaku as well, and for some reason, she's interested in Serinuma. So she asks her to come to her house, but the boys are sensing some dark aura in the forest, so they go too. And then there's this scene where she asks them to pose for her to have some references, because she also makes doujins or whatever. She asks Serinuma to help her, and at this moment, she decides to kiss her. Without her consent. Why? Did I also mention they knew each other for a day at most? And it's not the first time she's overstepping her boundaries like this. Yeah, for those who didn't understand yet, she's also one of the romantic rivals. Queerbait rival, because it becomes pretty clear Serinuma isn't attracted to her and never is, so... And like I said, there's so many times where she's overstepping her boundaries like it's nothing. And nobody really cares because she's a girl, so it's fine. I mean, the other guys care. Not because of her breaking Serinuma's boundaries, no. Because they're scared she's gonna steal her from them. I hate this shit, bro. If you forget the romantic aspect, they're shitty friends. Except Mutsumi. I'll talk about him later. And you know, in the manga, they try to say that it's not like that. Like, at one point, that girl and the other jerk are having a talk about her intentions with Serinuma, and she's trying to play it up by saying that she likes cute and beautiful things, and that's why she's attracted to her. You know, in French, we have an expression towards that kind of nonsense, which is, allez, pas nous, meuf. I don't know about you all, but I don't have a habit of kissing my friends on the mouth. Actually, if I were to kiss one of my female best friends out of the blue like that, she would 100% slap the shit out of me. And she's also attracted to girls. And if you think this can't get worse... At one point in the story, we get to meet Mutsumi's older brother. I also forgot his name. And this older brother noticed that Mutsumi was acting pretty different than usual when he was with Serinuma, and so he decided to pull an interesting and play with his younger brother's feeling. How, you ask me? By trying to flirt with Serinuma and downright almost kissing her at one point. Seriously? How many people are going to go after her like that? And wait a second. Mutsumi is in his last year of high school. If that's his older brother, how old is he? How old is he? Fucking Satan! Also, isn't he a new teacher at her school? Oh, Lord. Yay, so we have a predator in this school. Isn't that great? And when I know the worst part of all of this, they almost never acknowledge it. And when they do, the man brushes it off by saying some shit like, come on, age doesn't count in love. Huh? That teach is downright being a creep. Not only with Serinuma, this guy is digging his way into these high schoolers. And after a while, it's never brought out again. This was all a plot point to have Mutsumi jealous and realize his feelings for Serinuma. And they play it as this brother wanting to have fun and nothing else. What the heck? And it's not over. He's also a horrible brother. Like, it said at one point that when they were little, he locked his younger brother in a warehouse for a full day, and because of it, Mutsumi is traumatized by dark and closed environments. And when it's brought out to the older brother, he just laughs it off. Bitch, you traumatized your brother. Apologize at least. I'm still dumbfounded that Mutsumi hasn't gone no contact with him after this. This creep needs to be locked somewhere, far away from any minors. And after all of that, you might think that Serinuma is more of a victim in all of this, because these people are selfishly hanging around with her because she's hot, hoping they could get with her instead of considering her feelings. Well, let me tell you, she's not any better.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
First off, like I said in the beginning, she's a fujoshi, but like, an extreme one. To the point she ships real people from her school. Like, she actually fantasizes about them. What is wrong with you? Imagine picking your classmates and having 18+ fantasies about them fucking. That's so disturbing, and the manga portrays this as her being quirky. Dude, that's cringe. Like, there's times when she'll have blood dripping from her nose from fantasizing her love interest kissing each other in front of them, and they know about it. And it legit makes them uncomfortable, but they can't say anything because they are too far gone in their sipping campaign. And wanna know the worst part? This is tame compared to what's gonna follow! Alright, so I'm gonna go over the manga. So at one point, Serinuma finally ends up with Mutsumi, which is pretty logic because he was the only one who liked her before her transformation. Yeah, because I refuse to call this a weight loss. And I'm just gonna say, of all the main characters in this mess, He was legit the only pure soul of this train wreck. But like at a point where Serinuma doesn't deserve him. Let me explain. One day, Mutsumi is waiting for Serinuma since they have a date together. But after a long moment, Serinuma doesn't come because she had to go to an important anime event. And you might think this is already shitty since she stood up her boyfriend for this. Oh, but it gets worse. Wanna know what kind of date they were going to? Visiting his grandfather's grave. I'm gonna repeat because I think I didn't make myself clear enough. They were supposed to go visit his grandfather's grave together, and she stood him up for an anime event. What the hell? It's not like he forced her to come with him. He just told her that it would mean a lot to him and she immediately agreed. How evil must you be? And after dating for a while, Mutsumi realizes that Serinuma's hobby is kind of wearing on his mind. Because the fact that she's passionate about her hobby is one thing. Being so caught up in it that you stood up your boyfriend in a very deep and important day is another. And Mutsumi is starting to get frustrated. And honestly, I gotta applaud Serinuma. Cause no way in hell did you succeed in making one of the most chill and understanding character I've seen in years lose his patience. No, cause how are you able to do that? Yeah, because Mutsumi feels like he always comes second to Serinuma's hobby, which is pretty true, let's be real. He even has blood coming out of his nose because of this. And the other boys see it too, but they think it's because of the previous kidnapping incident, so they have no idea about Mutsumi's concerns. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the kidnapping plot. Yeah, so at one point, Serinuma gets kidnapped by this idol who was also Serinuma's childhood friend and is also in love with her. Yeah, that happens, don't worry about it. And like, the kidnapper also feeds her food, so much so that she transforms again, because the guy likes her fat self too, so he doesn't care or something. And see, I'm gonna cut Serinuma some slack with this, because in this arc, there's this whole discourse about how some of the love rivals like her even when she's fat, and that means they're really in love with her, like some, and I mean, yeah, no shit. They act like it's some sort of epic revelation, but like, really, guys? And what do you mean even when she's fat? Bro, they're speaking as if her being fat was a huge red flag. And like, health-wise, it might mean something to her, but who are you all people to tell her she's less than who she is when she's fat? What the fuck is this supposed to mean? Oh, and at the end of this arc, Mutsumi fell off a cliff. And that's why the boys think he has a bloody nose now. You know what? I'll give them that. The randomness of this manga is actually pretty funny, because what in the hell is happening? Anyway, back to Serinuma, the horrible girlfriend. After a while of pondering and Serinuma doing the absolute worst, like ignoring her boyfriend for days, bailing on him on dates for anime events, and even going to an anime event alone with another guy, without telling Mutsumi, fully knowing that it could be taken the wrong way, yeah, that also happened, he finally decides to confront Serinuma about this. And remember how she has this favorite anime character that was also the whole reason she transformed the first time? Well, at this moment, Mutsumi asks Serinuma this question. If you had to choose between me and Shion, so her favorite anime character, who would you pick? And Serinuma hesitates. I'm gonna repeat myself so you can process what the fuck just happened. Mutsumi asked her to choose between her favorite fictional character and himself. And this girl hesitates? This is a joke. No cap. The first time I saw this, even as a naive and bad boys romance fanatic middle schooler, I thought she was crazy in this scene. Because ain't no way you're struggling to find an answer to this one. Ain't no way you're having a hard time choosing between your boyfriend and a fictional character. And if you think this is stupid, the resolution is worse. First off, Mutsumi is having second thoughts. He thinks he has gone too far and that pressuring her to choose something like this was a bad thing. AKA, he regrets his action. Mutsumi, there are times where I think you're a saint, others where I think you have the mental capacity of a giraffe. And as for Serinuma, Lord have mercy. At the end, she chooses Mutsumi, and you might think, well, that's a good thing, right? Ha! Wanna know the thought process leading to that choice? So, as the extreme fujoshi that she is, she actually ships Shion with another character. And because of that, she can't possibly choose Shion, because in her mind, Shion belongs to someone else, meaning that there's only one choice left, which is Mutsumi. Do I really need to explain What is wrong with this thought process? Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this is crazy. I've seen people obsessed with fictional characters. I mean, there's also people marrying them, but at the very least, they didn't have a partner on the side. And what if she didn't ship him with anyone? What was gonna happen? Bruh, he should have ended up with his best friend. Because yeah, Mutsumi has a best friend that also has a crush on him, and he's also the only one who truly worries for Mutsumi and is calling out Serinuma's bullshit. I like him. He's blunt, states facts, and even if he has a crush on him, he truly cares about his friend. Like, bitch, that's a good love interest. Why couldn't the others be like him? You know what? If this manga was about Mutsumi's best friend trying to break things off between Mutsumi and his horrible girlfriend, I'd watch a whole season out of it. Alright, forget it. He stinks too. And after this whole train wreck, you might ask, how does this end? How does this messed up romance harem possibly end? Well, Mutsumi found out he got a recommendation to a school he really wants to go to. There is a professor there he admires, and so going there would practically be a dream come true. The only problem is that the school is in Kyoto, which is very far away, meaning him and Serinuma would have to do a long-distance relationship. In this situation, the good answer would be to support him and his dream. But since it's Kiss Him Not Me, Serinuma gets mad at him for leaving her behind, to the point she even kicks him out of her house. Girl, what? There's even two of the other rivals that tell him he's in the wrong for not choosing Serinuma over his dream. When I told you they were shitty friends. Also, that's none of your businesses. Back off. Guys, a little piece of advice. If you're ever in a position where you have to choose between your dream school and staying with your partner, choose the school. And for the partner watching this, support your significant other. Do not pressure them to stay. Anyway, Serinuma finally comes around and figures a solution to this dilemma. Hence, she is now studying very hard so that she can go to the same college as Mutsumi. Not because of their curses or anything, but just because he studies there. Little advice again for everyone watching me. When choosing a college, don't go there because you want to follow someone in there. Go to it to follow what you want to do. Bro, even Wolf Girl and Black Prince understood this, and this manga is equally as horrible. Anyway, flash forward to their wedding where we learn that Seirenuma's pregnant. And then we have another time skip in which we see their son, that they named Shion. So like, her favorite character. For those confused, it's like naming your kid Luffy or Naruto. I'm done. Fuck this shit, bro. Oh, and also these two assholes end up together. Yep, you heard me right. I'm not kidding. Well, at least with their taste, we know they do sweet each other. And that was Kiss Him Not Me. Kill me. Okay, I'll give them some credit. In the anime, the opening and ending songs are a slap. There were a few funny moments. Rare, but present. And if Mutsumi wasn't there, it would have taken me 3 months instead of 1 to finish it. But that aside, it's very cringe. Most of the people who like this anime and manga, let's be real, is because of the nostalgia. And yes, if you take your brain, put it on hold, take it out on a vacation, and don't take anything seriously, watching Kiss Him Not Me can be enjoyable. I'll admit that too, but try and take things a little deeper and oh my god, save me from this nightmare. The characters are either jerks or straight up crazy, and the story goes in so many directions it's confusing. But I'll admit again, I've seen worse. And that should conclude this video. If you liked it, please be sure to tell me. Personally, I would love to make another, and I already have an idea for your future one. This is gonna be a long one. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and I'll see you around.